Take one. My name is Widmark Bello, and I am the director and the writer and the executive producer of the film that you now see as Struggle. Uh, the original name of the script when I wrote it was Survival, and I have friends and that I talk to about the film. The person who did the poster for the film, who is also the script supervisor. His name is Joseph Sherry. And Joseph liked the story. And I talked to my brother, Hervé Bello, who lives in Miami, and also he likes the story. And so, like I said, the name was Survival. And for some reason, Smith Nazer, who is also an actor in the film, who plays the cabbie, he also had a little concern about the name of the film, and so we talk about it, and Joseph also wanted to change it. So I called my brother Hervé in Miami, whom I always ask advice, like if I'm writing some stuff. Even though he's a younger brother, and so he said, yeah, well, then call it another name that you can only use only one word. And so we came up with Struggle and other, to match really the content of the story. And the script is basically a film that most of us can relate to, especially if you're a minority. This is a story that, that can happen everywhere. Wherever you live, you can struggle to survive, as you all know. And so in the movie, it has different elements and also has different ethnicities, um, which makes it more natural and more real, more realistic. And as being in the United States, it's the big intersection, the melting pot where you find all kind of nationalities and stuff. So, and in everything that I write, I usually incorporate, my own sentiment, um, things that I believe in, and the things that I love, and things probably that I've experienced in life. And so in the movies, like this is my fourth film, and I consider this one to be the the first one, as to the professional level. I've learned a great deal from the past three films that I made. Of course, not on film. And one thing that I've learned, I had problem with sound, and I become better with lighting, with sound, etc. Because I did a lot of research. I read a lot of books about filmmaking and lighting and sound, etc. So then I purchased better equipment this time. So the first film, for instance, which was Ready Anytime, um, was the it's like I breaking the ice, so to speak, in the film business. It was trial and error. So was The Return of Dead Martial Artists, and also Tough Decision. And if you look back at the film that I've done in the past, you could easily see, the improvement, from one to the second one to the third one and to the fourth one. So to me, that's an achievement in itself. I'm very proud, to make those films and then learn from them. And there are still more stuff to learn, and I'm willing to learn more and try to make better films.
I am Monique Deneau. I co-produced the movie Struggle with Mark, who is also the director. It is my first movie that I co-produced and also being part of. Being such a small crew, I sometimes did stuff behind the scene or on set, like doing the marker or slate. I fed all the actors, took care of the film needs. It is a low budget movie. We had a lot of difficulties. We had to work around everybody's schedule, and also the weather was a big issue. The original name of the film was Survival, and along the way we changed it to Struggle to fit the story best. I sometimes make fun of Widmark, telling him it is because of the name Struggle, that's why we are struggling. After all, it was a great experience for me.
Like Monique, my co-producer, said, the film struggle was really a struggle throughout the movie, behind the scene and in front of the camera. Um, well, we have encountered a lot of difficulties. Money was an issue, and the weather was another issue that we have to deal with because we started the movie like in 2005, and it was summer was just over, and we started basically when it was like in the fall, if I remember correctly. So um, basically, we shot the movie throughout the whole winter. It was really hard because sometimes when we were shooting, we had to use the daylight, and then the next day it will be cloudy, it will be snowy or whatever. So then production had to stop for a while, waiting for the weather to get better. So which makes everything harder, and it makes the it we spend more time making the film than we should have finished it. I mean, when I uh, made the schedule, so I thought like we were gonna shoot this film like in 2 months and stuff, but it ended up going, for almost a year. But things like that happen in filmmaking. You can never tell exactly what's gonna happen. Even if you have money, you still gonna encounter difficulties. With money, of course, you can solve them quicker, and get the right instrument to do the film. But I guess too there is also another benefit from doing low budget film. It's just like you become more creative. You work with what you have, and that's what happened. So as far as for finance for the film, Monique and I will put money to do the film. Then I basically wrote a letter to my parents, um, so they donate some money, and very close friend and stuff. So yes, it, it was quite interesting. And one of the thing that was very annoying to me is like working with making the schedule, because I will sleep late at night. I will go to bed sometimes 5 o'clock in the morning. Why? Because you see, when you make the schedule, we have to work. We had to work around everybody's schedule, and in order to do that, you constantly changing the schedule, because every time you make it a schedule, it fits somebody, and it creates another problem for someone else, for another actor, for instance, because that they have to go to work. Um, and it's not that we have a lot of money to pay them to either for them to take time off from work and do the film. So I was forced to constantly changing the schedule to accommodate everyone, and then that was time consuming. It took a lot of time out of me. So I'm like in front of the computer, emailing everybody, changing and so forth. So, but we overcome all these great difficulties. And if you're gonna be making movies. You have to expect those things to happen, and it is how you deal with those situations, and that's just gonna make you probably a better filmmaker, and so you can learn from all those mistakes and stuff like that. You get better prepared for the next one. Um, well, just like to make films, it's not an easy thing because you have to prepare a lot of things like for pre-production, and you have production, then you have post-production. So one of the things you always try to do, like the better you prepare in advance, the better you will be, doing in production. However, like I said, things still can happen, and post production is another thing too. You still can encounter a lot of difficulties in post production. Some people, they sometimes you might be forced to go and shoot something that you already shot, and then if you realize that uh, you didn't have the shot that you really wanted, and so you might have to get all the actors back, and you just don't want that to happen, especially at the end of the film when you wrapped up, and then you don't see, because you might try to get in touch with an actor to reshoot something, and you're having a hard time, or hey, things happen. But yes, we did, that happened to us. We had to reshoot like one or two scenes that I wasn't pleased with. Um, and let me also say that when I was shooting the film, well, before we started, and I put the ad, looking for actors and stuff like that. Um, People came. The audition process was quite interesting. Not on the very, not at the very first audition that we had all the actors that we needed for all the characters. So we were forced to have more than one audition. So I think I had two auditions before at this office, my friend's office in downtown Boston, and also then I was having audition like um, at home. Like people will make an appointment, and then so you will be able to see all that in the behind the scenes or the making of our struggle, and see how the audition process went. And Ben Su, who is my assistant director, uh, Ben, I don't know how to really thank this guy because he he delivered. Um, when Ben came on board, Ben had basically editing background, but knew little in production. So, but he was really eager to learn and also helping. And when he came, so we made a dynamic, um, team, and so he really did a great job. He was a great assistant director, and always on time. Ben will come and pick me up. So sometimes I wouldn't be ready, and but it's um, sometimes I have fun, shooting with him, and I'll be bugging him, and I will say to him, like, for instance, you know what, you sure you're not Haitian? So I'm gonna make you speak Creole and stuff. So, but it was quite a journey. It was interesting. So we had a great time. Uh, our crew was a very small crew, so we all became like very close to each other during filming, like a small family, so to speak. So everybody had a great time. We work hard. At times we will work very late at night, to shoot certain scene, or you know get up early in the morning, get ready for the scenes and stuff. Um, well, the most difficult scene I would say that I had really a hard time directing, to get everything uh, on perspective, was the scene when the assailants attack Amy, and well, that scene was shot in downtown, and it was shot like late at night. Uh, everybody was like getting tired. You know, Megan, who played Amy in the movie, she had to go all the way back to Rhode Island. So, um, you know, to be able to act in front of the camera and also directing, you know, the scene was really, really stressful. Uh, I wasn't sure that I was, you know, the guy behind the camera was really giving me the shot that I wanted, you know, the way I visualized the whole scene. And so it was really hard to go behind the camera and in front of the camera, behind the camera. And well, even though, you know, I did trust Ben's work and stuff like that, but, you know, sometimes, you know, working under the lighting condition because we had to use all portable lighting because we didn't have access to electricity to do the lighting, so which was like very difficult, but we sort of put it through. Yeah, it is true that, you know, some of the shots I didn't like, you know, because it was also the most difficult scene to edit. When I was editing this scene, it really took me um, some time and took a lot of energy out of me in order to put it, you know, the way you saw it in the film. Um, well, I would say the most difficult person to work with um, in this film, you know, the person who gave me the most hard time, I would say, was the guy who played the cabbie. Um, yeah, I had quite a hard time working with him. Um, this scene was supposed to be shot in the very same day to shoot the whole entire cab scene. Um, for instance, when they arrive at the terminal, when Eric and Amy, you know, get into the cab, and then, you know, the cab drove them all the way to their destination. So unfortunately, we did that scene like in more than one day, and just because, you know, the cabbie was such a difficult person to work with, cancel all the time. So, however, Michelle Algarin, who played the lead character, who played Julissa, well, you all can see she is phenomenal. She's a great actress, and she loves acting, loves being in front of the camera, and she was very devoted to the project to do a great job to do the film. And but the thing is, uh, I remember when I approached her first, you know, to play Julissa, and she, for some reason, she wasn't available at the time, you know, to be in the film, and I did get someone else, Maria Santana, whom you have seen. Well, if you know, if you, because you're watching behind the scene now, yeah, obviously you have watched the movie. She was applying the makeup um, behind the scene in my face. She was the one who was supposed to be playing Jalisa, and we actually shot one scene with her, but she later on quit. I think she felt like the this project was really too much for her to handle and stuff. So, but I understood because she didn't have experience in acting before. So, but then again, it happened for a good reason. So therefore, I called Michelle again. I said, Michelle, you really have to play that part because I had you in mind first, and you know she came on board and made it happen. So, and well, the fight scenes, yes, I mean they're okay, but I wasn't really satisfied because of what I had in mind. The way I visual, you know, all the fight scenes, we needed more time to kind of rehearse, you know, the fighting scene, make it more interesting and more exciting. But it was really difficult for all of the fighters so that we could get together, we could, you know, spend some time, you know, rehearsing because everybody had to go to work. And so I would practice a fighting scene with Quintino over at his school. And then when we actually shooting the film, because we only train, you know, we did rehearse that one time, but it wasn't enough. And when we get in front of the camera, we forgot a lot of um, the thing that we did for that rehearsal, which was only 1 day. So basically, we had to come up with something quick, just right before they rolled the camera. So, which is it wasn't that bad, but like I said, um, it wasn't really what I had in mind. It could have been better. Michelle and I, we rehearsed that one time, and that was right in my house. So and because of the space, we couldn't do things like hard, or uh, we had to practice, kind of very softly and stuff like that to rehearse the fight, as you also saw in the behind the scene. Then I had to go to Rhode Island to his school in order to do some workout, because the funny thing is, like, before we actually shot the movie, so I was like getting ready physically, so I could do well in the film, as far as performing. And I was like doing a lot of push-ups, like 200 push-ups at you know, and and then I ended up hurting my shoulder from doing a lot of push-ups. I guess I needed to rest it, you know, give it a break, but I didn't, and ended up not doing anything for a long time. And when it came the time to shoot the film, so physically I wasn't really fit. So I guess that happened. Um, yeah, but like I said, we we shot the fighting scene with Michelet, but we had to reshoot again because I wasn't really happy with the first one. So we did the second one. So the second one is not bad, but it could have been better. And like I said, the way I visualize things, if we had more time to really rehearse and practice, it would have been better. The extras, they did a great job. It was quite difficult to kind of have the extras for long hours at the garage, and so Monique did a great job feeding them, and like I said, they did a great job, and you know, but yeah, I just wanted the fighting scenes to be more exciting. So hopefully, in the next project to come, we'll deliver more, do a better job. Um, and the I guess the next project that I'll be working on, I will be well. I'm working on a book right now, a martial arts book called "The Freedom of Expression," and so I'll be working with some fellow practitioners, martial arts, martial artists, martial arts colleagues, and Michelin, for instance, so this is something that you will be looking out for in the future. You can always go in our website, which is www.widmacproductions with an s.com, and to check out on the stuff that we'll be having in the future. Yeah, I'm starting to work on a script right now called A Child's Dream. Hopefully, we will be producing that, and I don't know when, but I'll try to do it as soon as possible. So those are the two projects right now that I have in mind. I have like some scripts that I started working on, never finished them, but maybe I'll go back to them and review and finish them. But yeah, you guys should just go to the website, check out the latest thing that we'll be working on or something. And well, we did our best. We had a great time working on the film. It was fun. It was interesting. I love filmmaking. I love directing, and I also love acting. So hopefully, when I finish with the book project, which will be coming out also with DVD to illustrate all the moves and stuff. So hopefully, you'll like that too, and look forward to buying it in the future. All right, and you know, I hope that you had a great time watching the film and you enjoy all the hard work that we've done. And thank you.
I Can by Richard Widmack Belo. Who the hell do you think you are to tell me that I can't? Oh, I see. Just because it's hard for you to say I can, you think everyone else can't.
Why, am I even tripping? It's obvious that that's what most of you know how to do best. Specializing in telling others they can't, and that it won't be possible, and that it will never work.
See, I know. You use much less energy to say that I can't than you would if you were to support my efforts. You are afraid of giving me the opportunity to prove that I can't just so you could always be right.
You want me to try, huh? But quite frankly, you're wishing me to fail. I never doubted that I could. It was your ambition all along that I can't, not mine. I may not be ready right now, but I can.
I'm sure that I can if enough time is given to me. No one can say that I can't. Perhaps only those who don't believe in themselves. I always know I can. I just need time to get ready. Of course I can if I put all my effort into it. And you think I can't because you don't know me. See, you should be looking at what I'm doing instead of looking at me. Then you would know that I can. I don't have to prove to you or anyone else that I can. But in due time, you will see that I can. I don't know about you, but I can. I always know that I can. People would only let me try.
I don't understand you people. How can you possibly believe that this boy is innocent? Now look, these people, they drink all the time. And when they get upset, bam! Someone's lying in the gutter. Nobody's blaming them. I'm not blaming them either. That's just how they are. You know what I mean. Innocent. When someone gets drunk, bang! Someone's lying in the gutter. That's just how they are. You know what I mean. Guilty of murder in the first degree. The boy is dead here because these kids went wild in the streets with guns to shoot one another. And that's why we're here today. I'm trying to tell you, man, that this boy is guilty, man. Guilty of murder in the first degree. And if you cut him loose, he'll kill again. Well, don't you know about them? Listen to me, man. I'm trying to tell you all something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it another time, right?
Please, thank
this
you.
time, this is what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Take your time. Don't rush with the lecture.
Okay.
You're not gonna read it as if you're reading it. You're gonna read as if the words were coming from you.
Okay.
And with the normal speed that when you're talking to someone, whatever. I want you to emphasize at points that you need to emphasize.
Okay.
Okay, so what happened is like when we're rushing, we tend to change wording.
Okay.
But if you take your time, you will read exactly what's in the script. Let's go one more time, okay?
That's fine.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
You can take a minute to look at it over if you want.
Who the hell do you think you are to tell me that I can't? Oh, I see.
Just because it's hard for you to say I can, you think everyone else can't? Why am I even tripping? It's so obvious that that's what most of you know how best to do best, excuse me. Specializing in telling others they can't and that it won't be possible and that it will never work. I know, you use much less energy to say that I can't than you would if you were to support my efforts.
Hi, my name is The Mac. I'm here for the audition of Survival, and I'm giving you full permission to use this videotape for whatever purposes. Ready? Who the hell do you think you are to tell me that I can't? Oh, I see. Just because it's hard for you to say I can, you think everyone else can't. Why am I even tripping? It's obvious that's what most of you know how to do best. Specializing in telling others that they can't, that's impossible and that'll never work. I know you use less energy to say that I can't than you would if you were to support my effort. You are afraid of giving me the opportunity to prove I can, just so you can always be right. You want me to try, but quite frankly, you're wishing my failure. I never doubt that I could. It was your assumption all along, not mine. I may not be ready now, but I can. I am sure I can if enough time is given to me. No one can say that I can't. Perhaps only those who don't believe in themselves. I always know I can. I just need time to get ready. Of course I can, if I put all my effort into it. You think I can't because you don't know me. You should be looking at what I'm doing instead of looking at me. Then you'll notice I can. I don't have to prove you or anyone that I can. But in due time, you shall see I can. I don't know about you, but I can. I always know I can. If only you people can give me a chance. Do I get the part now? Okay, I think we should be all set. We can have Smith get in the car so we can do, the setup for him, and we'll try the lighting from here, and then we can white balance, do everything. Okay.
Okay.
I want to start this thing, and he's putting on me.
Is it too much? That camera?
Mm-hmm.
This right here, right, was in this corner here, and that nail right there. Okay, so we're gonna put it here, and this was over here, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is the problem we're confronting here. Every time we come to shoot in this place, the owner of the place always like changing,
Okay,
constantly,
bring that down.
constantly changing
Don't drop
things.
it right away. Hold up.
Yeah. Okay. So we always have to redecorate the place, and it's a pain. So let's say that we're gonna avoid that in the future. So
But
I guess, you know, it's part of struggle. This is struggle. You're shooting a movie named Struggle, so, you know.
I guess that's what it is. The movie is struggle, so we're struggling.
What are you doing?
She's getting tired of me.
Just throw it over there.
Get the light.
I don't care. Please open other side.
Oh,
Hey, Whitmac, your picture's on the carton. Look at Whitmac. There's a straw coming out of his butt.
For the sexiest man alive?
Did you hear that?
So we have to make this here, it's daytime, but we have to make it like a nighttime. So that's why Ben is blocking all the windows.
BFF, Michelle Adams, I can help you.
The thing is that no, I wouldn't be there because I wasn't happy. Even if I was entertained, I wasn't happy. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to act.
Yeah, no, but you look at it, you have your job as a psychiatrist, have a job regardless. You can make money, so you go like BIFF, Michelle.
Yes. She can't do it now while she's pregnant.
You'll have to count me out. You're gonna have to count me out.
You're insane. Mira, papi, quítame eso de la cara porque si no te mato.
Okay, that's Michelle when she's in the mood, the pregnancy mood. Same up there with dropping off. That's guys before heading to the garage. You just come home, right? But like I said, put in mind that this is not the first time you think about that.
What are you doing today? How's the family? Something like that, you know what I mean?
But once Smith gets here quick, we'll want to do this one. And so you have to show that. And then we'll just keep the best one. And after that, we'll just follow that.
Smith, here it is. It's Smith, always late.
So Smith, I'm worried about this.
Here comes Smith. Smith just walked in. About an hour and a half early.
She's your passenger. That's when you drop it off. She's the one who's about her, sorry, about duty. And then she gets mad, she's going to the door. And then she says, son of a bitch.
Are you the one that's going to be taking one of the scenes in the cab too?
Yes, and the cab is not going to want to give me a ride.
Uh-oh, what are you going to do?
Slam the door.
Don't tell.
Like, fucking asshole.
I think I'm like second B-roll shot or something. I'm in the reverse angle of the, Widmac's gonna jump down from there, Olivier's gonna shoot there, and Nadir's gonna shoot down there. I got a dead bird sitting next to me. Right there. Check out the dead bird. Isn't that cool? Look, I'm zooming in on the dead bird. And then you got Michelle down there. She's moving crates or some shit. So basically, I'm just chilling here. Things are taking a while as usual. Me and the dead bird in a box. He's got a home. Box number 401. Box number 401, the dead bird is in. Pretty cool.
And action. Well, you guys got it?
Good?
Yep.
Eric, I just want to tell you how much I love you. And I never want to be with another man but you. Te quiero, mi amor. Te quiero muchísimo.
Good job, baby.
Huh?
Good job.
Oh, please, don't you rock. You are watching On Camera, and I'm on the phone directing. How is that? Well, we're shooting a scene here from the movie Struggle, and we are at the Jamaica Pond, so we're getting ready, we're getting set up to shoot that scene. And this is the lead character. So she's the star of the movie, and so basically I'm talking to one of the I'm talking to one of the producers on the phone. All right, so I'm with Mac. Yo, your host for On Camera and Music Vision. And so we're here with the crew. We have Luis here, who is also one of the crew members. Ben Su over there, who is my assistant director.
We have Miguel the singer.
And we have Miguel. He's an actor, singer. He's also a crew member. So we're all here. It's freezing, as you see. We're working hard so that we can make the movie look good for you.
Oh, don't forget,
and
I'm
you
Michelle.
guys,
I'm J-Lo's cousin.
Yes, that's J-Lo's cousin. And she got the back too. So
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And say hi to one of the This is Olivier. This is one of the crew members as well. Our cameraman assistant.
Which shot did you see?
Crane operator. And this is the famous Ben Su. He's also a dancer. You'll see him on my show later on.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Well, listen, we're on the set of Struggle.
Okay, that's
we're filming for the movie. We're working hard for you guys to make sure that the movie is good so you guys can come and support. And this is Michelle. This is the lead actress. Mwah. That's J-Lo's cousin.
Yes.
And trust me, she got the bag to prove it too. All right?
Yeah,
and,
he's on the phone.
So you have Mr. here.
I'm the food man. They call me the food man on the set because I'm always eating.
He's the food man. He's the food man. He's the singer.
I find the
he's
food.
the actor. Also in Struggle, and he's also a crew member. His name is Miguel Lopes. All right. This is Luis Frioli. This is our crew. It's one of our crew members as well. Great guy. He's also a script writer.
Just call me the paper trail.
The paper trail. All right. And so they're eating. You know. We're setting up, so we gotta get ready quick because my assistant director will be mad. And we have Olivier behind the camera, who is also our crew member.
Oh,
just point to yourself.
Wait. Ooh. This is Olivier. Kisses, Olivier, comme moi.
We're rehearsing. That's it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
How was the shooting?
The shooting was brilliant, amazing, wonderful. The kiss was better.
It's got to be a little bit closer. So when I say to practice, we practice this almost in slow motion. Okay. Until we get it. Okay. Man, and even if this slows down the whole process, just a little, just to show that technique. Roundhouse kick first. Roundhouse kick. Bang, faster. This is, there you go. This, nice and slow. Okay. Roundhouse kick. Bang. Bang. Even the fall is nice. Okay. And then everything turns fast. It's just like when, you know, at the movies, when you see one position, just go from fast to slow. Just to show that. Yeah. This way you can actually hit. Nice and slow. But it shows the move. Okay. Right? You may not like it, but I'm sorry. I mean, look at it. Yeah, that can be fast. Bam. This can actually, the rounds kick can be fast. Ha! Ha! Slow. Okay, here we go. And then from here,
And that's when you get up.
then I get up.
And then from here.
I remember. Oh, gotta be ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I going straight? Okay, back fist. Or you can even jab. Okay. Back fist. Ha, ha, ha. Ha. 1, 2. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Even if you don't block, actually.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's do it this thing.
Just this part. Yeah, whichever comes easy. If the other one comes easy, that's still
No, if anything, they tell me I want to stay back, you lose with the other one.
Alright, and as you come into it with the X kick,
Yeah.
I'm grabbing your leg. Is it this leg or the other leg? This is this leg, that's, and then I'm push. Oh, this one. This is where we're at.
Yeah.
Are we going with this?
Yeah. I think.
Oh, no, we're not finishing yet. We're just gonna go fight it right here.
No, I can't. There's no time, or I'm not gonna make it, or just you do it for me, please. You do it, like something like that.
Just help me.
Help me. I'm like, I can't. He's coming out. I can't. Instead of, so she knows, like, shit, I can't call 911. She's either gonna go anyways. I might as well help her. Maybe she can call 911 and say,
but they're on their
and
way.
Be on the phone with them. Be on the phone with them and say, what do I do? What do I do? And while she's, and they say, well, go get this. They go, okay, open her legs. Now tell her, kind of push down her stuff or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, usually they're giving these instructions. You may want to leave them out because you don't want to be inaccurate, or if somebody knows the process, it's like that's so.
No, but that's what they're telling her, and she's just reacting to it and doing it. So like she needs to know, like, kind of your first reaction when you see somebody thrown on the floor in pain
But
is,
does the
I'm
person
gonna
know
call
you're
911.
pregnant?
Oh yeah, I live with her.
So even then, so it's like the baby's coming. She should know that. So even then, it should still.
Yeah, the minute
it
she
should be
sees
like,
it,
oh,
let me call the ambulance.
Let me call the ambulance.
And
that
I'm
would be her first reaction.
It's up to me to be like, no, there's no time. Please
Yes,
help
exactly.
me. That's what I'm saying, because she knows she's not gonna ask me, should I call the ambulance?
Or
'Cause
are
she's
you
gonna be-
okay? Because she's gonna know you're in labor.
Yeah.
She'll just know, okay, the baby's coming. You could say, maybe as she comes in, you could say the baby's coming.
Yeah.
Sometimes I said, let me call the ambulance, and you take it from there.
Exactly.
Or you could even
Like
push her.
she could run in and like kneel next to me and be like, oh my god, are you okay? What's going on? And because she'll be frantic, because she's what she is she's a stripper, she's a dancer, so she this kind of thing, like, she's not, she'll just get too nervous. So it's just a way of like me being like, no, I need your help now, because I told her before you should go to nursing, because she wants to become a nurse who delivers babies. You know what I mean? So that's where the whole story comes together, where she finally delivers my child, and at the end she goes, this is
She
what I
finally
want to
sees
do.
your baby being born that day.
Yeah, so she's almost helpless, so she's like, I want to become a nurse now. And she leaves the stripping, she leaves all that bad life, and goes back to school and becomes a nurse as a delivery nurse. So that's how it all comes together. Yeah. So it's gonna be really cool. I mean, are you gonna be there?
Tomorrow, I'm going to a wedding.
Oh, well, okay. Can I come?
Yeah, you can. After shooting.
After shooting.
No, that place stays the same. Just here.
How you doing? Hope that you're fine. Wanna know what you got in mind now. Got me feeling like you're the secret.
No, stop singing.
know about it. You're not gonna believe this one.
But we are waiting for 911.
That's good though. Oh, actually a movie.
I'm
What is
giving
he got
birth.
in the movie? Filming a movie on Shell.
Oh, don't go film it.
Okay, we should be finished shortly.
It's somebody in the building must have called.
Wait, you know what? Want to just tell them real quick?
Yeah.
So they want to go tell them?
Yeah, you might
Like,
wanna
just
just
run and
let
tell
them
them.
know.
Is this another?
Okay.
So
who wants to go in?
Hello. Did you call by any chance? No?
yo, just tell him real quick. Tell him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to let you know they're shooting a movie over here.
It's gonna be another 10 minutes. I'm just shooting a movie that I'm giving birth. Sorry, sorry. Did it sound real?
Dave, how long did it take you to create all this music for the movie?
I don't know, maybe 25, 30 hours total.
Wow. All this great work? Wow. And was it quite an experience to work in this movie?
Of course. I can't wait till it's all done.
Alright. I can see the outcome already.
You're just tired.
And we're not even finished yet, right?
No, nowhere near finished.
And so this is Peter here.
Yes, it is.
Who is the sound supervisor, music supervisor. So he's doing
It's
his
a very official title, isn't it?
So the guys are making me happy here in the studio. That's what's going on.
It's on record. We have it on record. I want a copy of that tape.
You have the whole movie backed up somewhere.
You know,
you're on camera, so you gotta tell the truth.
No, the truth is, nope, it's right here.
Alright, note to self, when you watch this, back up the movie.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I don't even feel comfortable the fact that it's not back up somewhere else. So
me neither.
You know,
Just copy it all onto the external drive.
Okay.
This way you have it in 2 places at least.
I say we copy it. Uh-oh.
Alright, well, maybe
Yeah, it didn't work.
No.
The CD has to be there, right?
Yeah, it does.
That doesn't matter. Oh, shit.
No.
I think I still have the CD.
We're working
Are we
late,
gonna be able to
and
tell
it's
people to
like,
look somewhere
what
else?
time is it?
Yeah,
It's almost 1.
Yeah, 12:40. So basically, we're trying to get this thing ready for Sundance Film Festival, which is due this month. So that's why we are like working hard, doing our best. But
At the last minute.
yes, and we're having some, technical difficulty here, which is not a good idea.
And then put them
So
on the
that's what happened. A lot of hard work just to make this movie so that you guys can see it on your DVD or on the big screen, Anyway, let me get back to work.
You should not import a... Important.
Critical.
Important. You should not import a CD audio track by dragging it directly from a CD to the browser. If you do, Final Cut Pro would not be able to access the file once you eject the CD.
Critical.
Important. Right there.
Life-threatening.
See where it says important?
Are you serious?
We didn't read it.
Life-threatening.
So, yeah. Dude.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, 1, 2, cake and sweet. Yummy boy say. Number sweet. Okay. Mami dua. Okay. Okay, good. Ma board dégoût pour me bloquer. Dégoût ça. Et ma board nous a bloqué. Ok,
1, 2. Body blockade. Okay. 1, 2, release. Alright, so what I bloqué, ça doit après deux avec. Ok. Bloquer. Oh, allez. 1, 2, 3. Bloquer. Bloquer, let's go. Again. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And then, no. Right. Okay. Quand on est comme ça. Et puis, yeah, Mary. We're going for that. Ok, commencez. Ok, deux coups de pied. 1, 2 coups de pied. Ok. Jump 1, 2, 3. Block on. No, I block it. Over there for you, one? Okay. You pass it. Okay. Alright. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now football for food.
That's okay. It's only this thing on the end.
Try again. No, that's it. There was no need for that. I said, that's it. Look. You know.
Oh, it sucks that that happened in the last take.
What is it?
This thing.
Okay, no, well, we can fix it. We'll fix it.
No, I think it's only this part that's bad. That's good. All right. Well, that's a wrap, anyways.
Okay. All right.
It's bound to happen eventually. Huh?
We're done?
Yeah.
Hey guys, come here. Thank you very much.
Yo, wait, turn me around. Wait, turn me around. This way. Remember this booty in Hollywood. Okay, go.
Good job. That's it. This is the end. That's a wrap. So, basically, good job, man. He is a rap, baby. So we're gonna have a party for the movie, of course. After the
Definitely.
And y'all look out for Shorty right here. You know what I'm saying?